What's up, everybody? Welcome to another Q&A. I hope you're having a great week. Hope you're having a great day. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. It's gonna be about answering your goddamn questions, as always. Ooh, I shouldn't have played this song. Well, it's become the intro theme of my Q&As. Maybe it'll change later on, maybe in the future. But for now, this has been the theme of my Q&As for a while. But man, shouldn't have played it today. All questions are gonna be about that fucking game. Imagine next Sunday. Have you played Xenoblade Chronicles X? Have you played Xenoblade Chronicles X? Have you played Xenoblade Chronicles X? Have you played Xenoblade... Have you? Have you played Atelier Yumiya? What about Atelier Yumiya? What are your thoughts on Atelier Yumiya? What's going on with Atelier Yumiya? Xenoblade Atelier. Ah! What's up, everybody? It's taking forever for people to show up. Oh, I can finally see the chat. It was like lagging. Didn't see anybody. I was like, what? What's going on? Okay, I see 2 people in there. What's up, guys? Is this too loud? Okay, you can't see the song because, well, didn't have time to come up with a playlist. I was playing all morning a game and I got caught up with it and I lost track of time. I'm still finishing it. I'm 27 hours into it. I'm starting to feel that the game is too long for its own good. I'm not gonna tell you which game it is because if I start saying anything about this game, then you will lose all interest when I review this particular game. So, yeah, no. But I wanted to say it's one of those games that I mean, it's great. I know people are obsessed with long games nowadays. Like if an RPG is 20 or 30 hours long, not that's too short. It's not my money's worth and whatnot. I don't understand those people, but whatever, you know. But to me, there are some RPGs that... I mean, we've discussed this before, how some RPGs, in my opinion, should be between around 30 hours long, right? But there are others that I feel like they shouldn't, I feel like they should be like 20 hours, maybe 25 hours max, and they should just end. And then they will stay awesome. Because at this point, I feel like the game I'm playing is dragging. And it's become very repetitive and a bit boring, but you'll see when I review this game. When I mention the same things that I'm mentioning right now, when I review that game, you're gonna be like, oh, so that's the game he meant. Right. No, it's not Grow Lancer. What's up, Yum Yum? Mandatory Xenogears question? No, it's the Xenosaga question, not Xenogears. What's up, guys? I didn't have time to come up with a playlist for today, so I know it's soon. We did this like 1 or 2 weeks ago. I think it was like 2 weeks ago, but once again, it's gonna be a request stream. If you want me to play a specific song, let me know. Right now I'm gonna play one. Let's play this one. I don't know. What about this one? This. This is In Fires of Ignition from Memories of Salsetta. Is 4. But yeah, if you got a song, let me know. It's a request stream. Have you ever read The Lord of the Rings? I have one book. I have the 2 Towers. Of course, I saw the movies before the books. I finished... I don't remember if I finished reading the book because it was just too way overly descriptive and boring. I don't think... Or maybe I did, but I skipped like a few pages, Every time I was skipping through some pages because it was just like 3 fucking pages of the guy describing the forest. I was like, holy shit, man, no. But I did complete the book. But it was only the 2 Towers. And after reading that book, I decided that I will never read any of the other books. Great books, very influential, sure, but it's just not my cup of tea. When it comes to narrative, when it comes to fantasy and wars and all that jazz, yes, it is my cup of tea. But when it comes to the writing style, it's just not. How is everything on my side? I'm good. Thanks. We want to hear your local rock band songs. Local rock band songs? Well, I can't play them because they all have copyright. Since this week is Xenoblade... I don't speak Spanish, but just before you joined, Kevin, I was doing a rant about that. I'm still getting questions about Suikoden Remaster. Wasn't that like a week and a half ago? That's old news. I shouldn't get any questions about that. I'm very cynical. I know I've become very cynical in the past couple of years. A lot of bad things happened to me. What do you want me to do? My big mouth finally got me into serious trouble, and it is what it is, man. I became cynical. So any other song you guys want to hear from any game? Game, not bands. If the specific song you want to hear has copyright, I'll let you know. And I won't be able to play it properly. But if you want to listen to any song from a soundtrack or something, from a video game, let me know and I'll play it today. Liberi Fatalis from Final Fantasy VIII. Is that the opening theme? Because how many times do I need to remind you guys I can't play openings or ending themes? All of them have copyright. Every single one of them. Okay, so Battleground from East 1 and 2. Which version, Praetor? There's like a million versions of that game. Which one? I couldn't give two flying fucks about Kingdom Come Deliverance. Fuck that woke piece of garbage, man. No, zero interest in that. I know Lord of the Rings is long with Chronicles of Narnia. I watched the movie Chronicles of Narnia. It was like so I didn't bother watching the others. But then I played the game on the PlayStation 2, and that's a great fucking game. It's super hard, but it's super creative, and every mission is something different. The first mission kind of a lot of the game had got a lot of bad criticism because of the first mission, which is a pain in the ass and it's boring and it's tedious and I hate it. But then the second mission of the game, from then onward, it's a good game. It's frustrating, it's not perfect, it's far from a masterpiece, but it's a great game. I like the game a lot. It's on the PS2 and I've also beaten it on the GameCube. But I've never read the books or anything of the sort. So since you didn't choose Praetor, I'm just gonna play any version. East 1 and 2 Battleground. So I'm just gonna play this one. There you go. You're welcome, Eka. Which RPG game for you is like the most balanced? Oh, I will have to think about that. You're asking a guy who's played over 500 RPGs in his life. I don't know. Curiously though, you'd be surprised to know that most of my favorite JRPGs of all time are either super hard or like unbalanced. Jesus, you know what? Okay, take this with a grain of salt. Take this from a guy who's beaten the game plenty of times, but I feel like Grow Lancer 5 is pretty balanced, at least as opposed to the others. The other Grow Lancer games are fucking brutal, but 5 feels like the most balanced to me. Even 6, even the sequel was fucking brutal as well. So Grow Lancer 5 is the easiest of the bunch of the 6 games. Well, I've never played the first one because it isn't in English. But I played all the others and finished them. And I can say Grow Lancer 5 is the easiest of them all. But that's just compared to them. It's still a hard game, but it's not that hard. I like to believe it's balanced. But then again, You're asking the guy who's beaten that game a lot of times, so by now maybe I'm... maybe the game isn't balanced. Maybe I forgot how much of a hell it put me through the first time I played it. I don't know, man. Skies of Arcadia, now that I just reviewed the game, I think it's a pretty balanced... Actually, yeah, Skies of Arcadia. There's like maybe 1 or 2 spikes, and they aren't like huge spikes, you know. There's just... They are a little bit spiky, you know. There's one specific that's kind of like a bit unfair, which is a ship battle with in a specific place above a desert area in some ruins, you know. That one I found to be pretty hard, but apart from that, I think Skies of Arcadia is a pretty balanced game. Now that I think about it, you know. So the original Chrono Trigger on the Super Nintendo. Maybe on the PS1 as well, but I remember grinding every now and then. I don't know. I beat that game like fucking 20 years ago, so I couldn't tell you. I mean, maybe somebody who's beaten the game recently is gonna tell you that it's balanced, but I don't remember. It's been a while. I mean, compared to Cross, Trigger is super easy, right? Cross is fucking hardcore. What about the Suikoden games? I think Suikoden 2 is a pretty balanced game. Suikoden 1 and 2, you know, they may have a few kind of difficult battles, but not really. Suikoden 1 and 2, because 3 is super hard. 4 is also kind of balanced, but more leaning to the easy side of things, and 5 is just as hard as 3, so... Yeah, Suikoden 1 and 2 are like a bit balanced, you know, in terms of difficulty. Damn, I could go on, you know, there's, could easily make a top 50 or top 100 balanced JRPGs. I mean, not easy, not hard, just the right amount of challenge, you know, those games. We could go on. But those are some examples of JRPGs that are balanced. So, any other songs you guys want to hear? When am I going to mod my Switch? I've answered that question a million times, Yum Yum. Never until I get a second Switch. I am thinking of modding my PlayStation 4. Because now that I have a PS5, I mean, why wouldn't I mod my PS4? My computer can't play PS4 games. I made some tests, and the highest consoles that it can play are PlayStation 3, PS Vita maybe. I haven't tried that, but it should work. And Wii U. I don't know if this can emulate Switch. I don't know. But I'm pretty 1000% sure my laptop cannot emulate PS4. So I'm gonna mod my PS4 maybe. I'm gonna hack it. Probably. Oh yeah, it's an Edelgard shirt. It says obey. It's pretty much a fuck you to authority. It's a meme, you know? Because Edelgard from Fire Emblem Three Houses, she's that kind of character that's always ordering everybody. And, you know, respect my authority, you know, and she's that kind of character. I love her. No one's gonna pick a song? Okay, then I'll pick a song. If you guys want to listen to a song from a video game, let me know. As long as it doesn't have copyright, I can play it. Something random. Now this one's pretty sad. How about this one? Valkyria Chronicles. We are the 7th platoon. Alright, so, I missed a lot of questions. No damn today. Oh, there's no damn in the Q&A. You're right. I gotta correct that. A new damn Q&A. Thank you. It's been corrected. Now it's got the word damn in the title. What's up, Ryan? Dude, I missed a lot of questions. What RPG are you focusing now? Like really focusing, not just playing to kill some time. I never play RPGs to kill time. I'm playing Ash. And I'm also playing Klonoa Heroes. I tried going back so that there's this game that I played last week on Twitch, and I showed it a couple of days ago here on YouTube. I re-uploaded the stream on YouTube on the Game Boy Advance. Game Boy Advance Obscure RPGs, and the first game was Oriental Blue. I tried going back today, yesterday with that game, but it's basically like a saga game. You know, like you have no fucking... The game just puts you there, it starts, and 5 minutes later it's like, oh, where do I go? What do I do? What am I supposed to do? It's one of those fucking where the fuck do I go kind of games. And I'm a bit tired of those games right now. Oriental Blue is a good game, but I'm not gonna play it right now. I'm gonna focus on other JRPGs that are more linear. And maybe one day I'll go back to Oriental Blue, but right now I'm fucking tired of those types of games. Of the where the fuck do I go type of game. Oh my god. How do you feel about games that make you base build? You mean like Shin Megami Tensei? Like you start, or I don't know, Dragon Force? Was Dragon Force like that? I mean, you start the game and it starts like... how do I feel about that? I don't know. Like, I've never really thought about that. I don't think it bothers me. I don't know. So somebody wanted the Steambot Chronicles. Is that a song? Xenosaga main battle theme. Alright, I'll play that. Xenosaga... Here it is. There you go, man. Do you prefer an average RPG in every aspect, or an RPG that excels in one aspect and sucks in many others? Well, that pretty much feels like a follow-up to your previous questions. To your previous question about balanced. I prefer balance. But I don't know. I think I'm okay with both, but I don't like it when RPGs suck at certain things, you know. I mean, maybe they don't... I'm fine with an RPG that excels at something, but at everything else, it's just okay. I'm fine with that. With RPGs that, like, take Shining Resonance Refrain, for example. How about that? That game excels in fan service. Excels in graphics, beautiful graphics. Never mind the fan service, you know, that game, the colors, the visuals, the towns... The scenery, the forests, you know, the dungeons, it's a beautiful fucking game. It excels at graphics and fan service, you know, but everything else is kind of like okay, and the balance is all over the place. That's one of the most unbalanced fucking video games I've played in my whole life. And super unfair. So that's a good example of an RPG that excels in one thing and sucks at others, you know. So I think I prefer... If I have to pick between one RPG that's average on everything versus an RPG like that, like Shining Resonance Refrain, I think I prefer this one, the one that's average at everything, because at least it's not gonna piss the shit out of me or make me rage quit, you know? But it depends on what things the game sucks at, okay? If it sucks at difficulty or challenge or battle mechanics, then I don't like it, you know? But if it sucks at graphics... Vandal Hearts, for example, the visual style, the art style is kind of ugly, but it excels at everything else, so that's fucking great, right? It depends. Yeah, the Lord of the Rings books are kind of boring, but they're great. If you were to take on a strategy RPG, would it be either Fire Emblem or Final Fantasy Tactics? What kind of question is that? Who do you think you're talking to? Why is the jump button in Xenoblade Chronicles 6 on the Switch the art trigger? Oh gee, I don't know. The game isn't out yet. I have no idea. Play a Fire Emblem Three Houses song of your choice then, please. Okay, my choice. I have this one. How about this one? The Long Road. This is called The Long Road. From Three Houses. It's a bit loud though. Alright. You just internally modded your PS4 with a lock Fox Pico Mini B to launch the exploit automatically on console boot. Could you please explain that in English? I have no idea what you just said. Lock Fox Pico Mini B exploit console boot. What? What? Super Mario RPG battle theme, okay. Why do I get a lot of questions about Clair Obscur? What's the fascination you guys have with that game? It's like on every Q&A I get a question about that game. That's so weird. Isn't that like an indie RPG that looks Western? I mean, sure, I'm curious about it, but I don't understand. Not that I'm upset about it or anything, you know. I'm just like, why do I get a question about? I've been getting a question about that game since last year. Why is it such a big deal? Which console has the most hidden gems and obscure games that interest you? Probably that interest me. Probably the PSP and the PS4. PS2 as well, I couldn't tell you, man. PS Vita, holy shit, there's so many fucking consoles. And are we strictly talking about RPGs? Or all video game genres? Because I think most consoles out there have a lot of hidden gems. Sure, there are some exceptions where most of the games are either mainstream or trash. The Nintendo Wii, for example. But I think most consoles out there have a crap ton of hidden gems and obscure games on all genres. What are the games that you are most excited for this year? None. Zero. What's the hardest JRPG you put up with anyway because you just couldn't put it down? Shin Megami Tensei 4. Would you like to see another Fire Emblem Warriors game? Nope. I never cared about those. Did you ever play the Inuyasha RPG on PS2? A little bit. I had to when I was doing the tier list video many years ago. That was like 5 years ago. It was... First and foremost, I'm not a fan of the series. I don't dislike it. I've never seen it actually. It just doesn't appeal to me. Like, I don't care about it, you know. And I played a Nintendo DS game first, which is also a turn-based RPG. It's kind of assy. The PS2 game was fine, but it was kind of boring, and it's just one of those games I feel you really need to be a fan of the series to appreciate it. I don't think it's a bad game though, but I don't think it's a good game either, or I don't know. I don't really have a strong opinion about it. But I did play it and I wasn't like interested. What else? Wait. Super Mario RPG, right? The battle theme. Super Mario RPG. I'm assuming you want the original battle theme, not the remake version. Why do I have so many fucking Mario songs? What the fuck? Can't find it. There we go, I found it. Alright, there we go. Azure Arbitrator from Trails to Azure. Okay, that's gonna be next. I don't care about online play. I care about companies sending me review codes for the Switch. If I mod my Switch, I won't be able to download the code. Best PS1 RPGs other than Suikoden and Final Fantasy? How about Shadow Tower? How about Beyond the Beyond? How about Hoshigami? How about the criminally underrated Blaze and Blade Eternal Quest? How about... what else? Grand Stream Saga. Masterpieces, every single one of those. Nier or Drakengard? Nier for me, by far. I like Drakengard, but I like Nier like way more. What JRPGs based on a media franchise did you feel surpassed the stuff they were based on? Surpassed how? Like, for example, I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think there's any, you know. I'm thinking of some JRPGs based on anime series. But I can't think of one that, like, oh, it's better than the anime. No. Actually, no. I play some Dragon Ball games, some Saint Seiya games, some Full Metal Alchemist games, and etc. And they do not surpass the anime. So I can't think of one, man. Azure whatever, right? Azure what? Azure RB. Oh, didn't even have to complete it because, you know. Because YouTube is spying on me. It's listening to what I'm saying. So this is the Azure Arbitrator. This is the final boss theme, isn't it? Sounds like a final boss theme. Nintendo comes to your house if you start emulating things? Well, that's great. I'm gonna start emulating more and more so they can show up to my house. So I can insult them in their face. PS2 JRPG, Rogue Galaxy and Steamboat Chronicles. Are you asking me which one I like more? I think I'm gonna go with Rogue Galaxy because I never finished Steamboat Chronicles. Can you play Force Your Way from Final Fantasy VIII? Yes, I can, Shinji. That's gonna be next. What was the last code you received? It's just often I receive codes from games that I have zero interest on. So, I think the last one that I received was from Eiyuden Chronicle, the DLC, but I have no interest in playing anything from that game anymore, or supporting 505 games. I didn't even bother replying because fuck those guys, you know. Grandia was good for the PS1, okay, yeah. Have you or will you ever play any of the Kessen, Nobunaga's Ambition, and Romance of the Three Kingdoms games? I have played some of those, but every time I pick up one of those games and start playing it, I last for like 30 minutes. I find them pretty boring and convoluted to understand and get into, you know. I'm sure once you understand them and get into, they're fucking awesome, but I'm just too lazy to learn the mechanics and to learn, like, I don't know, Play an SMT song of your choice, okay. I will after... What was the previous song? Force Your Way, okay. Shadow Madness? Well, that's not on JRPG, but... Oh, your question said the game was greatly enhanced or really made you appreciate the series. Again, none. Okay, maybe... No, never mind. No. I don't think I have. Because most of the games that are based on anime that I have played, like I knew the anime before. I watched the anime before, you know. But, I mean, there's gotta be one. Like, wrong example, but I played the demo of a One Piece Odyssey, and I liked it, but it didn't make me appreciate the series. I'm not gonna watch the series. It's like 1,000,000 episodes, man. No, thanks. I can read what you're typing, Caesar. Why did they remove Riddick from GOG? I have no idea. Ask GOG. Hey, my Xenosaga question of every Q&A for the past 5 years. Should I play MS Saga or Suikoden 5 today? Suikoden, of course! Suikoden 5 is a much better game. MS Saga is a good game, but Suikoden 5 is like... Dude! Yeah. It's like comparing pizza to a simple sandwich, you know? If you play the entire Xenoblade series, who do you think was the best protagonist? Shulk, Rex, or Noah? I already made a video about that, Kevin, some time ago. It's been a couple of years, actually, since I made that video. You can find it on my second channel. And yes, I've played them all, and yes, I'm ready to do my ranking. I'm probably gonna do the ranking somewhere around next week, maybe, or in 2 weeks, I don't know. I gotta wait for the fucking remaster to come out. No point in doing it now, until the remaster comes out. It's more strategic. Eric, if you want to be a seasoned JRPG player, what game is essential to play? Your big 3 recommendations, maybe. A seasoned JRPG player? Wow, well then I recommend Shin Megami Tensei 3 Nocturne. Then I recommend Suikoden 5. And then I recommend Grow Lancer 4. Wayfarer of Time. I mean, Suikoden 5 isn't exactly hardcore. Who's Caesar? Asks the username Caesar? I don't know, man. I have no idea. I'm watching these guys commenting, okay. What's the weirdest sale you ever had? Some people, man. It's like, there's people that... There's a meme, you know, the Fry meme. That's how I'm gonna say, the Fry meme from Futurama. You know what kind of meme, right? Like, I don't know if... Can't tell if trolling... the weirdest sale you ever had in your game store? I don't know, man. I haven't had a game store in like 7 years. I don't remember. Oh, really? The Devil Survivor anime is bad? I remember watching, like, the first episode. And I was like, nah, I'm staying with the game. Thank you. I'll stay with the game. I've never seen the Tales of Cestiria anime. Why are they bad? I mean, not that I care that much, you know, I really don't watch anime series based on JRPGs because I would rather play the RPG, you know, than watch the anime. Unless the anime is like very different, you know, or it's a new story or something else, you know, then I'm interested. But if it's gonna be the exact same story with the exact same events, then what's the point? I already know what's gonna happen. If the new Suikoden mobile game is ported to console later, will you consider playing it? I made a video about that on my second channel, Ryan. Is Star Ocean's second story on the PSP a good port? Yeah, it is. Obviously the remake is far superior, but yeah, the PSP port of the second story is great. No problems, you know. I wouldn't say it is an inferior... I won't say it is inferior to the original or superior. I don't know, it's a good port. It's got this new art style for the characters that I don't quite dig, you know, but yeah, it's a good port. Which do you like the most, Xenoblade, Xenosaga, or Xenogears? You're gonna have to wait for my video, Asia. Which Fire Emblem games have you tried and really enjoyed? I made a video called Fire Emblem ranked from worst to best. Check it out. It's kind of insulting that you're asking me that. You're an old fan. You've been here a long time, man. You should know by now. Come on. Who are you talking exactly? For once we agree on something. Okay, that was a long song. 8 minutes long. Wow. What else? I'm lost. Like, I don't even remember what other songs you guys wanted me to play. It's a request type of stream, guys. Ask if you want to listen to a specific song. As long as it doesn't have any copyright, I'll play it right now if you want to. Nothing from Persona or most of the final... Oh, Shinji wanted Force Your Way. Now I remember. Right? Okay, there we go. The boss battle theme, right? Yeah. There we go, man. If you're still watching. I was like 10 minutes ago. Sorry, Shinji. Will Dragon Quest 12 stay turn-based? I hope that game never comes out, actually. I don't know and I don't care. Do you think we'll ever get all the Valkyria Chronicles games on Steam? Oof. If you're talking specifically about 2 and 3... Probably, maybe, hopefully. We need 3 first, you know, if it's been fan translated for a long time. But yeah, maybe one day. You're gonna have to beg Sega for it. I'm fucking... Did you want to see the Trail series have another action RPG like Nayuta? Like another spin-off? Sure. I mean, why not? Right? You won the Dragon Quest 11 battle theme? Okay, that's gonna be next. Well, somebody picked something else before that. Shadow Hearts. Okay. Yeah, it's got copyright. Anything from Final Fantasy VII has copyright. Both versions. Remake and original. I can't play anything. I can play anything from Final Fantasy VIII, except opening and ending, of course. 9 is weird. Half of the soundtrack has copyright, and the other half doesn't. I can play some songs from Final Fantasy IX, but I can't play others, you know. But Final Fantasy VIII seems to be fine. No copyright. I don't know why. Nayuta is such an underrated PSP game. That's right. It's also fan-translated and it's also remastered on PS4 and Switch. The remaster is fucking beautiful, man. I recommend that a lot. Just buy it from a third party. Don't give money to Nice America. Is there an actual working emulator for the Sega CD without requiring a stupid BIOS? Unfortunately, no. When I downloaded the Sega CD emulator on RetroArch, I still needed to download the freaking BIOS. So, no, I don't think there is. And if there is one, I don't know about it. Oh yeah, Nayuta, the soundtrack. Ooh, that's god tier level of music, man. Like almost anything from Falcom is god tier level of music, but Nayuta is like super. The music is, oh my god, yeah. I couldn't agree more, man. It's also one of my favorites from Falcom. Ever played any of the Deus Ex games? No. They're on first person, so I have no interest in those. Is Dragon Seed an RPG? I know that game is on the PlayStation 1, right? Isn't that like a monster breeding and racing simulator or something? I don't know if it's an RPG, I don't think so. But I haven't played it in a long time. Final Fantasy VII music is overrated? Why? No, I don't think it is. A fantastic soundtrack. I'm serious, I fucking love the Final Fantasy VII soundtrack. Alright, somebody wanted the battle theme from Shadow Hearts, so let's play that. Shadow Hearts battle theme. There we go. I can never get BIOS to work. Delete everything. That's my advice to you. Delete everything Sega CD related in your computer and then follow a small guide. There's gotta be somehow. I mean, I made it work, man. I got it working, but you gotta search for them. Just download RetroArch, you know, and then once there, download the Sega CD emulator, and then just Google Sega CD BIOS. And there's gonna be 3: North American, European, and Japanese. Just download all 3, and you gotta put them in a specific folder on RetroArch. I mean, it's a bit tricky, you know, but it shouldn't be too hard. Alright, I'll play one Nayuta song next. But then Brian wanted the Dragon Quest XI battle theme and Final Fantasy VI opera theme that has copyright. Final Fantasy VI is also the same as Final Fantasy IX. I can play some songs, but not others. Opera theme has copyright. Do you know any other RPG where Go Shina participated? Besides Tales of Legendia, there's another one that's really... Didn't he make the music for... No, he wasn't. He didn't make the music of Ni no Kuni? No? No, right? I'm wrong, right? I don't know. There's gotta be at least a couple more RPGs that... where the music was composed by Go Shina. Do you consider Zelda 2 an RPG? Not really, but it's arguably one, right? I don't really like arguing about that game if it's an RPG or not, because you got the towns, you got the grinding, you got the NPCs. I don't know, man. It could be, it could not be. I don't know. It doesn't feel like one to me though. But when people say it's an RPG, I don't argue. When it comes to that game, I can argue all day with other Zelda games. The first Zelda, get the fuck out of here. I'll fight anybody. That game's not an RPG. But the second one is kind of like, I don't know. Shadow Hearts, one of the best RPGs ever. Would you like a remake remaster of the first 2 games of Shadow Hearts? No, I made a video about that. Second channel, check it out. Are there any video games based on movies and TV shows that you like? There's gotta be one. I don't know, man. I feel like there's gotta be, like, I like Batman on the NES, and the Batman games on the NES. Return of the Joker, not really, but Batman and Batman Returns on NES, great fucking games. A lot of people hate the second one, and they say it's better on the Super Nintendo. It is better on the Super Nintendo, that's a great game too. Yeah, but I'm sure you're not really asking me about, like, games based on superheroes, right? You mean like regular TV shows? Like there's the Scarface game. There's a couple of CSI games. You know that, right? I don't think so. I mean, I feel like there's gotta be one, but I don't think so. All the James Bond games. You know, there's a crap ton of them. Not really. Any news on Penny Blood? Nothing yet. Not that I know of. So what else? Dragon Quest, right? The battle theme. Dragon Quest 11. Here you go. Endless Battle. It's called Endless Battle. There we go. Can you play Lunar Silver Star Story Second Overworld? Okay. Okay. What was next? A Nayuta of my choice. Okay, Nayuta song. Okay. I'll play Nayuta and then I'll play your song. Play Valkyrie Profile again. Do yourself a favor, play it again. It's excellent. Would I beat Cosmos or 2B? My waifu question of the day. Cosmos or 2B? That's a good question. I feel like either Android will probably, because they have their own consciousness and they make their own decisions. Especially Cosmos. No spoilers, but god damn it. God damn girl. Weren't you obey orders? Weren't you obey orders? I don't know which one I will pick. And I feel like Cosmos will just disobey me and leave and do what the fuck she wants. And 2B will be too lost in her own little world and get depressed and then get confused and then just leave. So neither. I will pick A2. Fuck Cosmos and 2B. A2. Now, in terms of which character I like more, I guess I like more Cosmos. It's just, I don't know, man. I like Cosmos more than 2B. I love 2B, but I like Cosmos better as a character. Did you like the Mortal Kombat movie? Nah, I watched it when I was little. I watched that movie when it came out. No. I didn't hate it, but I was like, this is meh. Good music though, good soundtrack. But nah, I don't think it's a good movie. I don't like that guy. Paul W.S. Anderson. Fuck that guy. Fuck that guy, really. Really. All he when it comes to regular movies he comes up with, he's a good director. But when it comes to making movies based on video games like Resident Evil, he turns everything to trash, man. Fuck that guy. Who's your favorite obscure JRPG producer? One-off or otherwise? I don't know. Sometimes you ask such difficult questions. Producer. That was specific, you know. Not developer. Producer. Holy shit. I don't know. How about the whoever produced the Grow Lancer games? I know the name of the guy who wrote the scripts, Joe Haduki, but I don't remember the name of the producer. So Nayuta, right? Nayuta. I'm gonna play the fucking best one. The best one. The best Nayuta song. How will I rank the Dragon Quest games? I will need to finish the ones that I haven't finished. I'll probably never do a ranking video on Dragon Quest. I'm not that big of a fan to go through all of the mainline games, beat them, and then do a ranking. Do you like XCOM? Not RPG enough. More like... My problem with XCOM is not that... It's not really an RPG. It's more about the story, how it's played out. I don't know, there's something about XCOM that I don't dig. I can't get into XCOM. I tried, but not for me. Phantasy Star Online music? You got it. Who's your favorite head writer of a JRPG? Masato Kato, you should already know that. Aegis or Cosmos? Aegis. Aegis is one of my probably 5 favorite. Yeah, 5. Aegis is one of my 5 favorite female protagonists or characters in video games of all time. Let me put it this way, just so you know how big of a fan I am of Aegis. She's one of my 5 favorite characters of all time. Whether it's from movies, TV shows, anime series, video games, JRPGs, male or female, books, She's one of my 5 favorite characters of all time, period. I'm not kidding. Cosmos didn't lose. I picked Cosmos over 2B. What are you talking about? The music volume is too low? Really? I thought that was pretty loud. What's the next song? I'm far behind. All Silver Star Story, second Overworld. Here it is. That right? That's slow. Turn it up a bit. I don't know about Irem, dude. Couldn't tell you. Would you pick Aegis over Estelle Bright? Yes. People, I know a lot of you guys think that Estelle is like my #1 favorite character ever. No, she's not. It's just, I don't usually get asked what are my favorite female characters, you know? All the questions I get are about Estelle Bright, you know? But no, I love Estelle passionately, but Aegis is like, didn't you hear me say? Estelle is not one of my favorite characters of all time, of all media franchises ever. Of all the entertainment industry, you know, Estelle, nope. Aegis is. If you want to know, Lenneth Valkyrie from Valkyrie Profile is my favorite female character ever in a video game. Where I like Lenneth way more than Estelle. If you could combine something you love into an RPG, what would it be? Like, for example, you love pro wrestling. Okay, what other love will make a good RPG game just for you? Okay. Well, I love music, you know that. So, like metal, rock, industrial metal, you know, I'm into a lot of genres. But I don't see how that will translate well. I mean, what's the RPG gonna be about? You know what I will do? Here's my answer. I will get a JRPG with music from my favorite bands. 9 Inch Nails, Deftones, Killing Joke, The Cure, Gary Newman, Fear Factory, you know, fucking Smashing Pumpkins. That. Grand Theft Auto can do that. Why not an RPG? Why is there no RPG with licensed music? That's my answer. So what's the next song? I forgot, man. If you guys want to listen to a song, you can choose it. You know, you can just tell me which song do you want to listen to and I'll play it. It's gotta be without copyright. Who do you think is the worst video game movie director? Paul W. Anderson or Uwe Boll? I don't know. All of the modern ones. They keep bending the knee to woke bullshit, so any from today, you know. Whoever directed the fucking Emilia whatever, was it Lopez or Perez? That guy. Or girl. I don't even know who the fuck directed that movie. That's the bottom of the barrel. So repeat, if you want to listen to a song, repeat it. You know, I'm just way down. Final Fantasy IX battle theme. That doesn't have copyright for some reason. Wait, I can't find it. Final Fantasy IX. Yep, this one doesn't have copyright for some reason. Only a few songs from the game. I don't know why though. 90s Mortal Kombat movie wasn't bad. Okay, that's just your opinion. I think it was bad. Is Enchanted Arms a good game? It is good, yeah, it is good. I won't say it's great or anything, but it's a good game, yeah. I know he has this really super fucking annoying character at the beginning, but he'll leave the party, don't worry, eventually, and never come back. What about the game called Brutal Legends? Oh, isn't that based on Jack Black? Ugh, hate that guy. That Jack Black is like the same as Mark Hamill. He's just making a fool out of himself and has been doing so for the past couple of years. I mean, what the fuck, that guy? I don't know, Slayer. If Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition doesn't have any modern censorship, I'll play it. If it does, then forget it. Favorite Suikoden waifu? Are you asking? Well, Sierra, of course. Sierra and Sarah. Sierra from Suikoden 2 and Sarah from Suikoden 3. Sarah is one of the bad guys. She's not a playable character. Well, actually, spoilers. Spoilers. Yeah, Sierra and Sarah. And Jean. Because Jean's gotta be there, right? Any chance of a Valkyrie profile song of your choice? Yes, I can play one. Don't worry. What's your favorite arcade game? Probably the Ninja Turtles game. Yeah. I'm not that big into arcade games, you know. My mom never liked it that me and my siblings were playing on the arcade. But yeah, it's a great game. Have you abandoned your Trails journey? What are you talking about? I don't understand that question. Who will win in a hand-to-hand fight between Sephiroth or Lucifer from SMT? Probably Lucifer, man. What are you talking about? Do you even need to ask? Sephiroth that guy is a fucking loser, man. It's a poser. It's a mama's boy. He's a mama's boy, and you know that. So, what of my choice? Valkyrie profile song of my choice. I'll play my favorite, the overworld theme. Xenoblade Remaster is available to piracy already? Really? I can't believe that. Oh my god. Already? You haven't talked about Phantom Brave, right? Or not a lot? Yeah, I barely covered that game. I'm not a fan of it. I tried getting into it, the first one. I've never covered the sequel because I didn't like the first one. It's just I didn't like the battle system, you know, and party members having a timer. You know, I don't know. I couldn't get into it. I don't think it's a bad game though, but I just couldn't get into it. Couldn't get into it. What RPG that you finished playing in handheld mode? A lot. Where did your passion for games come from? I don't know. Been playing games since I was like 5 years old. Probably from there. Since I was a little kid. I just like them a lot, you know. It was like playing... I mean, I was also a big fan of playing with action figures and toys. So that translated pretty well video games, I guess. That's where my passion comes from. I believe so. That's right, Eka. Those are my two favorite girls in Suikoden. Those two. That's right, Kevin. That's one point in favor of Xenoblade Chronicles X Remaster. No Type A or Type B bullshit. Sephiroth is a copy of Sesomaru. Okay, I don't know who that is, but... What was the other song? Somebody wanted a song from... Phantasy Star 2 Battle Theme. Oh, what? It's Rise or Fall, right? There we go. Dun, dun, dun. I know this one, of course. You listen to this battle theme a million times. It's the most played song in the game by far. PSP or DS for RPGs? I personally think the PSP has a better library. That's just my opinion though. Vandal Hearts Remaster by Konami with trigger warnings and Sweet Baby involved. Takahashi is the same guy who was in favor of the censorship for the Wii U North American version, Kevin. I don't trust that guy. And he also included a non-binary character as a DLC or something in Xenoblade Chronicles 3, so... yeah, you shouldn't trust Takahashi a lot. What do you think of tabletop RPGs? I've only played one when I was little, you know, I played Dungeons and Dragons and not really... I have no opinion, you know, I will need to go out and play one. Anything new in your life right now? No, maybe the fact that, as you've already noticed, I'm probably going to make more reviews. Top 10s and streams will continue, but now I'm probably gonna make more reviews more often. That's it, nothing new, unfortunately, nothing new to report. No girlfriend yet. Ah, that's great, Eduardo. Tactics Ogre, that's your favorite Game Boy Advance game? That's a great game. I haven't covered Hexy's Force in a long time. That's a fantastic game, man. Excellent. Hexy's Force, great fucking game. Would you rather save Lenneth or Aegis if both were about to die and you could save one of them? I will save Lenneth because then Lenneth can turn Aegis into a Einherjar and she'll be alive. Is Memories of Salsetta in the Fires of Ignition. I played that at the beginning of the stream, you weren't here. Do you have another one? I literally played that before you joined. Who inspired you to collect video games in real life? When I was in 2009, I met this guy at a flea market that was selling original games and pirated games both, you know, and he was a collector himself. He wasn't that diehard, you know, he had a family to feed, 4 kids, I believe. He was a shoemaker, you know, so he didn't have a lot of money, you know, to collect everything he wanted, but he had a small collection of games, and that's the guy who showed me the appreciation of physical media, original media, when before that I only cared about piracy. I never gave 2 fucks about collecting video games before that guy. And so I started hanging out with him, and I will... how do you explain this in English? Like, I will put up my stand, I think it's called a stand, and sell my things right next to him, and eventually we merged for a short period of time, because then I moved back to this city. This was in another city, so I moved back to this city, but he is probably the reason why I started reselling. He turned me into a reseller, right? And it wasn't just because of that guy. It was thanks to my interactions with a lot of clients and customers, you know, that I was selling games to. They were just so passionate about collecting games, because most of them were buying games from me to collect them. So everybody, most of my initial customers from 2009 and 2010 kind of inspired me to start a collection of my own. Are we separating RPGs from tactical RPGs? I don't do that unless I call them tactical RPGs, you know. But an RPG is an RPG. Any other song? Okay, East 8, you'll see out the end of the tales. Didn't know there was a That's the name of a song. You'll see the end of Tales, it's called. Wow, there we go. I don't know this song. There you go. I've never heard this song. Outside of the game, of course. What do you think about Ring of Red for the PS2? I've never played it. I know it's a strategy game. I've never played it. No app though. Fuck that game. You love when a JRPG pisses me off? Me too. It makes me vent out my frustrations and then make videos about it. If they made a Tekken RPG, will you play it? No, because it will probably be super woke. Any game similar to Unicorn Overlord? Well, you got Ogre Battle. The Ogre Battle games, which are basically the inspiration for Unicorn Overlord. You got Brigandine games, both of them. And I guess some of the Fire Emblem kinda inspired Unicorn Overlord in a sense. But the biggest fucking influence, the biggest games very similar to Unicorn Overlord, Ogre Battle, Brigandine, Dragon Force, and maybe not so similar, but the Grow Lancer series. Will you ever get into board games? Maybe one day, I don't know, who knows? What's the next on worst games to stream? We agreed it was going to be Lunar Dragon Song. It's overdue. I need to stream that. What are my thoughts on Faye from Xenogears? Great character, but too... I made an episode which is still public. Podcast episode. You can find my full thoughts on Faye from Xenogears in detail. It's episode 3 or 4, I think it's episode 4 of that JRPG podcast. What remakes or remasters you would like to see? None. Is Chrono Cross close to Chrono Trigger in popularity? No, I don't think so. I mean, super popular, sure, but not as popular as Trigger. Trigger is probably the most popular JRPG of all time, and then Persona 5. I'm sick of talking about Trails Through Daybreak, Abdo. Fuck that game, fuck NIS America for destroying the localization. Don't. Just don't. I'm tired of talking about that game. Are there any games that you liked when you were younger but dislike now? Oh, yeah. I don't like Skate or Die. It took me years to admit that it was a bad game, but I loved it as a little kid. But nowadays, it's like I play it and it's like, nah. I mean, I'll always be nostalgic about it, but yeah, it's bad. What else? I don't think I like... Never mind, you know. Most of the ones that I liked as a kid, I still like nowadays. Hard question, actually. Is Gloria Union connected to Yggdra Union? Yes, it is. Part of the same series and the same universe. So what's the next song? Wild Arms 4, Nightless City. Okay. Guarabobello. What a name, huh? Here you go. This is a good game. It's underappreciated. It's not like WoW, you know. It is the worst mainline Wild Arms game, but it's still pretty decent. Well, I click here on YouTube and the wallpaper is like, wow, Julie, nice ass, nice shorts. Those are the same shorts Rebecca wears in Wild Arms 5. Anyway. Will you play again Torna the Golden Country? No, never again. Fuck. What about 13 Sentinels? What about it? What about it? Final Fantasy VII is not more popular than Persona 5? Nowadays it seems like it's not. Okay, the other way around now. Any games that I hated as a kid and now I really like? Again, I don't think so. All the games I liked as a kid, I still like. With the exception of Skate or Die. But all the games that I liked back then, I still like. And all the games that I hated back then, I still hate. Okay, maybe here's something. I don't hate Castlevania anymore. Castlevania. I fucking hated the Castlevania games on the NES back when I was little. Because they beat the shit out of me. You know? But nowadays I feel like I appreciate them and I kind of like them, you know. I was playing Castlevania 3 the other day. I defeated the first 2 bosses, and then I died, you know. But, yeah. The Castlevania NES games, 1 and 3. I haven't given Simon's Quest a second chance. Fuck that game. But Castlevania 1 and 3, I used to fucking hate them when I was little. And now I like them. I don't love them, but I like them, you know. That's my answer. Isn't 13 Sentinel similar to Unicorn Overlord? A bit, yeah, when it comes to battle mechanics, yeah. There's an indie or game coming up called To the Grave, Wildlands of Fenora that is going to be like Unicorn Overlord. There's a demo on Steam. Good to know, that sounds interesting. It is a crime, Melphis, but that's a crime I'm going to stream soon. Ellie from Xenogears or Shion from Xenosaga? Ellie. I love Ellie. I love Shion, but I love Ellie more. You loved Final Fantasy X-2 as a kid, now you strongly dislike it. Okay. If it's not copyrighted, can you play Secret of Mana Meridian Dance? Yes. No copyright. Why do you think there are sequels that differ so much from its predecessor? Because maybe the first game didn't do very well in sales and they wanted to try something else for the sequel to see if it sold more. I made a video called What the Hell Happened to Alundra, which is the example you cited. Check it out. Have you played and or owned any Steam game lately? Nope, I'm still stuck on emulation. Is there a character more effeminate than Irving? I never found Irving effeminate. What are you talking about? What did you think of the Super Mario RPG Switch version? I made an entire video review based on that game, man, on that specific version. Check it out. Any Valkyrie Profile songs that aren't copyrighted? None. Everything from Valkyrie Profile is free to play. Free to play. Odd choice of words, huh? I know. If there is still time, can you play Scorching Brawl from Tales of Graces? Yes, I can. First, we're gonna play... What was the other song? Oh, Meridian Dance from Secret of Mana. Okay, the Wild Arms 4 song is almost over, so I'm gonna play Secret of Mana. Meridian Dance. No, this is the remake. No, this is the arrangement. Where's the original? Looped? Found it. The final boss theme. And then Tales of Graces. Paper Mario 64 or Superstar Saga. I've never beat any of those games. I've only played them for a few hours. If I had to choose based on what little I played, I will go with Paper Mario. Hey Hooflong, what's up, man? We're doing a music request stream again. Bravely Default Serpent Eating the Ground. Bravely Default has, I think the entire soundtrack has copyright. I don't think I can play that. Do you think it's fine for a genre swap, or do you think it's a creative twist? I don't like it, to be honest. I do think it's a creative twist, but I don't like it. If a game is turn-based, if a series of games are turn-based, there's no need really to change them to action or strategy. Just keep it turn-based forever, you know. That's what I like. No, it's not okay, Donsk. That's not okay. Boys don't cry. Be a man. What do you expect me to say to that comment, man? You should already have your Steam account posted on the description so that we can send you games for free. No, because I have a crap ton of haters and they will bombard me with hateful comments. Will you be willing to make another need to be fan translated JRPGs video? Sure. Now that I've been getting more and more into fan translations for the past couple of years, so yeah. Because the one that I did, like, it's... Wait a second. I've never done that video. The video I did many years ago was 10 JRPGs that need an official English release. But most of the games I showed in that video are fan translated. I've never done that. Top 10 JRPGs that need to be fan translated. I've never done that video. Never. But that's a good idea for a video, man. Is Tales of Grace SF good? It is very good. Stupidly hard, but stupidly good as well. The PS3 version, okay? I can't vouch for the remaster. I haven't played the remaster. Why do you think... Why would anyone hate on you for being honest? Yeah, I wonder, why would anyone hate on me? Honest people never get hate anywhere in the world. I wonder why. Why would people hate me? You did a top 5? No, I didn't. JRPGs that need to be fan translated? I've never done that, man. Maybe I did a top 10 JRPGs. I did one called Top 10 JRPG Sequels that stayed in Japan. Some of those sequels are fan translated, others aren't. But I've never done one, you know. What was the next one? Tales of Graces. What was the... Scorching Brawl. Scorching Brawl. Okay, from Tales of Graces. There you go. It was part of that JRPG show. I don't think so. I don't remember doing that. It's interesting how you I don't know. How you think you saw a video, but no, it never happened. But unfortunately, I see what you're trying to do, Boof. You're trying to bait me to talk about some things, you know. I'd love to talk about those things, but that will only benefit certain people that I don't want to talk about. So, let me stop you right there. Or feel free to continue and I'll just ignore you. Hoping that PS1 Lovecraftian tactical JRPG Mark of the Mermaid gets a fan... Okay. Mark of the Mermaid. There's a PS1 JRPG called Mark of the Mermaid. I've never heard about it. Are you writing a new book? Unfortunately, I am not. I have been planning one for an entire year, but I can't find the proper motivation to sit down and start writing it. The idea is here. The plot most of the characters, you know, the events even, a lot of things are here, you know. I just haven't found the time and motivation to start to sit down and start writing it. Will you say Idea Factory as a publisher is more in the realm of the obscure or mainstream at this point? It's still obscure. Fortunately, I don't have a lot of respect for them anymore after Fairy Fencer 2. So, but I think they're still pretty obscure. I mean, most JRPG fans kind of know the company, right? But in the like overworld spectrum, I think it's pretty obscure. Thanks for reporting what you saw, Boof. End of the conversation. You're welcome, Jevi Ivy. What was the next song? I can't find it. Fuck. Thank you, Kevin King. What game companies that produce JRPGs or strategy JRPGs are woke now? I want to know which ones to avoid. Thank you, sir. Like, all of them? I think it's easier for me to tell you which ones don't. And I honestly don't know. Sadly. It's sometimes... Now there's just a lot of companies that don't do that, but it's more the localization team in USA that makes them woke, you know? So I don't know. Like Square Enix is trash, Namco is trash, Konami is trash, Crapcom is trash, Atlus is trash, NIS is trash, Idea Factory is trash. In my opinion, you should avoid anything new. That's what I've been doing for the past several months. I just go back to the ginormous backlog of video games that I never beat and played. So that's what I do. Thanks for the donation. You made me lose like 20 viewers. So what's the next song? We're doing a Parasite opera theme. This particular scene has copyright, man. I can't play that. I can't play anything else from Parasite, just not the opera scene for some reason. Idea Factories for Gooners? Okay. I just fucking hate Idea Factory because of Fairy Fencer 2. That's it. Because it's unforgivable what they did. Not because they have a lot of fan service. Another Parasite Eve song? Any song? Alright. Sorry about the opera scene. So I'll just do this one. The classic battle theme. Which... non-tier. Didn't you just hear me that I care nothing about new games anymore? Have you played From the Abyss on the Nintendo DS? Yes, I have. I've only beaten the first boss many years ago, and then I abandoned the game, and then I went back to it on a stream. You will find me playing that game on a video called 16 or is it 17 Retro Hidden Gems. I uploaded that stream like a couple of months ago here on my YouTube channel. I don't have a strong opinion about it, but it's good, it's decent. I don't think it's a great game though. It's decent, it's a good game, it's okay, you know. Don't apologize, Kevin, I was just being an asshole. But a lot of people do leave whenever you talk about They can't stand me complaining about modern politics. They fucking hate that. Aren't more songs with singing copyrighted? About half of them. There's still a lot that aren't, you know. But there's a lot, you know. Yeah, I don't know why kids say that. The soundtrack slaps. That's a new word, you know, they use. I don't like it. Oh, this game slaps. It's just bleh. What tips can you give for someone who is struggling with Final Fantasy VIII? Like I said in the video from like 5 days ago, read a guide. I first played that game without a guide, and I got stuck in an area and I couldn't do shit, and nope, my entire playthrough was fucked. And then I did a second playthrough, restarted the game from the beginning, and I followed a guide for tips and shit. I still couldn't beat the game, you know, because I fucked up during the last final boss battle, you know, but I made it to the final boss at least. So, read a guide. That's the best advice I can give you. Don't rely too much on the Guardian Force, on the summons, you know, Ifrit, Shiva, you know, don't rely too much on those. Just read tips online on how to play that game. It's tricky. It's a tricky game. Tricky fucking game. Can't play Melodies of Life. The laughing scene from Final Fantasy X, I don't have it here. Cozy? Cozy is a word or bop? What? Bloodstained Ritual of the Night. Voyage of Promise. Wait, what is this? Michiru Yamane? Wow. I never beat this game, I made it far. Great fucking game. Asmongold hates cozy games? Who's that? Draw 99 of everything? The Final Fantasy VIII card system? Oh boy, yeah. There are tips on how to break Final Fantasy VIII with the card minigame, you know. I never did it. Never did. Is Rogue Galaxy worth playing? Yes, it is. Just expect it to be grindy and... I don't know... super hard and exhausting to play. It's worth playing at least once, though. But don't expect it to be a masterpiece. It's full of problems. Asmongold is a YouTuber at the top gaming streamer on Switch. Oh, you mean Twitch? Isn't that the guy... that, I mean, all of his thumbnails, he's like this. Like, is that the guy? Because I've seen the thumbnails of his videos, maybe, but I've never seen the guy. The new Atelier has a demo? I'll know. There are games where the politics are like in the middle of the game or near the end, you know. Daybreak was like that. You don't really get to see much in the beginning of the game until later when it goes to hell. But I'll play the demo. Thanks for letting me know. I'll play the demo. Oh, that's right. Oh, okay. Yeah. So I know who it is. I've never seen a video by that guy, you know, but I know who it is. Yeah, I've seen his thumbnails like... all of his thumbnails are like this. He's like this, you know. You know? Do you hope From Software to make so do I hope From Software will make a game like Lost Kingdoms before another Souls game? I don't think that's ever gonna happen, but sure, Lost Kingdoms 3 will be interesting. The new Atelier is available for most modded Switch. Modded? You mean modded Switch? Oh, okay. What do you think about the overall story of Suikoden Tear Cries? I don't think it's a bad story. I think it's a good story. It's decent for a spin-off, but I think it was more dumbed down. Maybe the aim of Konami was to approach the game to more younger audiences, maybe. Because if you play Tear Cries and you finish it and then you compare the story to any of the mainline games, it's a little bit dumbed down, you know, but it's still a good story. It has like politics and warfare, you know, and stuff like that. So yeah, it's a good story. I don't think it's a bad story. It's not one of the best stories in the series, but it's cool. It's fine, you know. You'd rather see From Software make a new Tenchu? From Software isn't the developer of Tenchu. That's Acquire. Pretty sure it's Acquire. The developers of Octopath Traveler. Those are the guys who make Tenchu, I believe. In fact, I'm pretty sure. Atelier is available for free. What do you mean for free? You mean the mobile game? Of course it's free. It's a free-to-play game. Why wouldn't it be free? But you mean Yumiya is free? I don't think so. It's coming out next Friday, so... Can you play Ys 3 Wanderers from Ys? Burn Ruins, PC Engine, okay. Oh, From Software now owns Tenchu. Oh, okay. Because most of the games from like the PS1, PS2 era were developed by Acquire, by Octopath Traveler developers. Those guys, you know. So I didn't know From Software had acquired the IP. Wanderers from Ys... Okay, what's the name of the song? Burn Ruin. Wow, it's fantastic. Trails in the Sky, Secret Green Passage. Okay, that's gonna be next. This is a song request stream. It is Red Miller. It is a request stream. Song request stream. Which JRPG has the best looking food that you wish was real? Unicorn Overlord, Odin Sphere, same developer. They make food look delicious. Odin Sphere, man. Every time I order something, most of the dishes are like, what's that? I want to try that. I want to eat that. Stardew Valley? Never played that game. I know the game, but I've never played it. Do you think we'll see Lost Odyssey again? Sure, I think so. Probably. Sakaguchi is aware of the immense popularity of that game. Will we have a new Tenchu game with dark fantasy themes and hardcore gameplay? Probably not. Thoughts on the Trails in the Sky first remake controversy? What happened? Is there a new controversy that I haven't covered? What is the controversy? What happened now? The controversy before was that the game is not going to be published by NIS America, thankfully. What happened after that? Or is that the controversy you mean? Because I already talked about that like 6 months ago. Oh, they changed the Japanese voice actors and actresses for the majority of the cast. In English? Oh, in Japanese too. I have no thoughts about that. Sorry. Lost Odyssey or Last Remnant. Really? Really? Seriously? It's as if you were asking me Chrono Cross or Beyond the Beyond. Good question. And they're gonna use the remastered music, not the original music. Oh, I'm pretty sure. Well, not pretty sure, but probably they'll let the players choose the original music if they want to. Remember Star Ocean, the second story, the remake? It lets players choose the original soundtrack or the new soundtrack. Super Mario RPG on the Switch did the same thing, so hopefully the Trails in the Sky remake will let players choose which soundtrack they want. Hopefully. I have watched Akira the movie. Yeah, I liked it. At the beginning it's like okay, but then it goes fucking weird and what the hell is going on, and then I loved it. I love that. I love fucking animes and movies that are like that. That nothing makes sense. It just goes all over the place and what the fuck is going on now? Weird. I like that. I wrote a book like that. So yeah. Like I'm not the biggest Akira fan, but I like the movie. So what was the other song? Trails in the Sky, Secret Green Passage. Okay. It's pretty short. What, no more super chats today? That's it? I worked my ass off answering horrible questions for $10? Just kidding. Secret of Mana Remake did it too? Secret of Mana Remake has the option for the original soundtrack. He has both soundtrack, original and remake soundtrack. You saw the live movie Blood the Last Vampire yet? No, I haven't. Where can I watch it for free? I don't know. Okay, so Secret of Mana did that. That's interesting. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Falcom's gonna do that with the Sky remake. There will probably be an option to choose between the original soundtrack and the remastered soundtrack. Okay, so maybe. I have played The Legend of Mana Remaster. I just talked about it 5 days ago and showed gameplay of it. Have you ever played Ashura's Wrath? Yes, I have. Look, it's a good game, but it's super hard to get into. Because there's something going on with every mission is like different, I mean, it's an action beat 'em up game at its core, but it's like there's a lot of quick time events and shit, It's a good game, but it's kind of hard to get into. Main theme from Shining in the Darkness. Thank you, Tier. Oh, you're from Sweden, right? Sek? That's S-E-K? That's from Sweden, right? And no, thank you for the super chat, man. Appreciate it. Sweden. I've never been there. I would love to go there one day. To Sweden. This is pretty relaxing, You were right, Rosland. It's pretty cool. Enforcers, Trails in the Sky. Thank you, Yum Yum. Don't forget to subscribe and share this video with my friends, okay? I'll share this video with my friends. No, don't share these with your friends. Share my regular videos. Share the Skies of Arcadia review. Share the top 10 misunderstood JRPGs. Share those videos. This needs no sharing. This live stream needs no sharing. Not a fan of quick time events, or you don't mind? It depends. I have mixed feelings about quick time events. Sometimes they're fine, but sometimes I feel like they're not. Like, take Time... What was that beat 'em up on the Dreamcast? That wacky beat 'em up Time Cop? No, wait. What was that fucking beat 'em up on the Dreamcast? Where if you keep fighting, and the more damage you get, the more clothes you lose, or your clothes are dragged, Is it Dynamite Cop? Thank you. I fucking hate the quick time events in that. They happen so fast, and you gotta click the button at the right time within a fraction of a second. I hate that. But there are others, like I remember some quick time events in Ashura's Wrath. In Ashura's Wrath is like a mixed bag. Sometimes it's like, okay, it's cool. Sometimes it isn't. Then there's quick time events in Dante's Inferno. And again, sometimes it's good, it's fun, but others is like, come on. And if you miss, the battle just drags on and on and on. So I think I'm a little bit more against quick time events than in favor. But I don't mind them in some games. But it's just, I wish they weren't there in JRPGs. Like Final Fantasy 13, 15, 16 had them. And it was like, oh my god, no. Maybe I hate them, Now that I think about it, maybe I fucking hate them. So Trails in the Sky, what? Enforcer in the Sky, Enforcer Evo. The Evolution theme. Second Evolution, the Enforcers, right? That's the one you want. This is from Second Evolution. Yeah, anyway, Dynamite Cop is a great fucking game. But that specific part? No. No thanks. Did you play Kagero Deception? I played yes, I played them. I played the first one, the second one, and the fourth one. I've never played the third one. The first one is an RPG. It's basically a first-person action RPG. But then the second one is not anymore. They removed all of the RPG elements from it. But the first one, you level up, you grind. I mean, there's a narrative, It's, yeah. The first one is an action RPG, but the rest of the games are just not. They're more about the traps, and that's it. There's no leveling system, no progression system, barely any character development, no stores, no interaction. You don't even go to town. 98% of the game takes place in the places where you put the traps on. They're not RPGs. How are those RPGs? Can you play Fun Coast from Final Fantasy XII? I will after this one. Power Stone? I like the first game. The second one, not so much. There are some quick time events in Yakuza, and I don't mind them, but most of the quick time events in video games, I hate them. It's a great fucking song. Thank you, Shinji. Fisherman's Horizon from Final Fantasy VIII. No, it doesn't have copyright. I'll play it. Ashura's Wrath took the shittiness to another level with a true ending. Oh, yeah, DLC, right? Typing of the Death? I've never played it, but it sounds like a pain in the ass for now. What's the most expensive game you currently own? Haunting Ground on the PlayStation 2. Would you like to collaborate with a YouTuber, and if so, who would it be? I would like to collaborate with YouTubers that are anti-woke. I know some of them have agendas. That's all agendas, as in that's all they care about, sadly. But I've seen others that are they still create regular content, I would like to collaborate with those. I tried reaching out to some of them, but either they didn't believe it was me, or they never replied because I just don't have social media, man. Maybe the right way to reach them out is via Twitter or something like that, but they just don't read messages on emails. Or I had a fake Discord. They probably don't believe it's the real me. Like, hey, I'm Eric Landon RPG, and they're like, this is a fake account, man. You're not the Eric Landon. And they didn't believe me. So, but I would like to collaborate with those guys. H.C. Bailey, isn't that a really old Let's Player? Old as in an old channel. I don't know if the guy is old in real life. He's anti-woke? Then sure. So Shinji wanted Fisherman's Horizon. Really relaxing theme, by the way. There you go, man. Radical Reggie, I don't talk to him anymore. I don't know what's up with that guy. I saw him recommending a Life is Strange game and I was like, we're done. No, I don't know, man. I haven't talked to Reggie in years. I hope he's doing alright. Did you play the Van Helsing game on the PS2? Nope. Come on, Joker, get the fuck out of here. East Forward, the Dawn of East Lava Zone. Keys from El Deal. So it's specifically from the Dawn of East. Okay. Of course he's trolling. So that's a long ass name. What was the name again? I'm just gonna copy and paste it here. Jesus. Some names, man. Okay, that's gonna be next. A Keys from El Deal. So I'll play that after this one. Did you recommend Phantasy Star Online Episode 3? I've talked about that game like 3 times in my entire life, and all I did was trash it because it's got this super complex and convoluted battle system. But I feel like I want to give that game one final chance. I own a physical copy of that game in my collection on the GameCube. I'll probably give that game one final chance and try to understand its battle mechanics and see if I can get into it. Is Trevor in the chat room? No, maybe. Do a collaboration with JRPG Shadow Elite. I know that guy, yeah, that used to be... Yeah, I know that guy. Is that guy still making videos? The last time that was years ago, the last time I heard was he was doing a podcast. And HPMP something, right? I haven't heard from that guy in years. That was like 6 years ago, I think. He invited me to his podcast. And I said no because of 2 reasons. Because, one, he wanted me to do the podcast on a Sunday afternoon or something. I couldn't do it, I was like, can we do this another day? And he never replied. But then his podcast, there's like 10 people talking at the same time, and I was like, I'm not into that, dude. If you want to do a podcast and it's just gonna be you and me, maybe one extra person, that's fine. But like me in a podcast where there's like 10 people talking, I did feel comfortable with that idea, so I said no. But this was like 6 or 7 years ago, man. It's been a long time. Is he anti-woke? I don't know. What are your thoughts on the future of Square Enix? My thoughts on the future of Square Enix. So, what's the next song? A Lava Zone, a Keys from El Deal. There you go. My thoughts on Square Enix. Oh man, you're funny. You're a funny guy. In a nutshell, I hope they go bankrupt. Let's leave it at that. I haven't talked to Hellfire RPGs in many years, man. Angry Joe? This is fucking great. I've never listened to this song before. Holy shit, man. This is my first time listening to this song. This is fucking fantastic. Three, four, or maximum 5 people is ideal for a podcast. Yeah, five. I think it's too much. Four will be my maximum. Yeah. We'll make Microsoft gobble up Ubisoft. Ubisoft should be gobbled up by, I don't know, Lucifer, by hell, and stay there forever. Are you occulophobic? I don't know what that is, man. Mind explaining what the fuck that is? I haven't. You should change your username, man. The Last of Us director hates gamers. Occulophobic is an irrational or disproportionate fear of crowds. Yeah. Then yes. I mean, I live in a big city. So I have been in the bus and on the train. You know, I have been there. Super fucking crowded. I can take that, you know. But spending hours and hours, or I don't know, in crowds, yeah. Any other songs? I'm doing a request stream. You can request a song. If you want to listen to a song from a video game, let me know and I'll play it, as long as it doesn't have copyright. Don't you mean Autoboss? It's the same thing, man. Yeah, anxiety with big crowds. Yeah, I have that. Occulophobic. I didn't know it had a name. Occulophobic. So yeah, I'm occulophobic. That's not gonna happen, Donsk. Crapcom has been doing a comeback. Dude, are you trolling? At this point, I don't know. I thought you were trolling before, but at this point, it's like, really? Crapcom making a comeback? Did you play Street Fighter 6? Like the wokest fighting game ever made? I have social anxiety, which is similar. I don't have social anxiety at all. If I did, I wouldn't do these Q&As. I like socializing, you know. Do you know if it's copyright or not? Winds Nocturne from Lunar. Oh, it's the song? The boat song. Jennifer Stigall. I don't know if it has copyright. I don't think so, but I'd rather not risk it. You know, it is a song with a singer. Yeah, it probably has, man. I don't know. I did watch the trailer for Silent Hill F, and I'm not into it. Like, first and foremost, I don't give a fuck about Konami anymore or Silent Hill, but it looked like, well, some Japanese high school girl as the main character, and I mean, it's okay, I guess. Like, I don't really care. But I did watch it. The graphics look fucking phenomenal. That's the only good thing I can say about it. But everything else is like, okay, so this is going to be a thing. Great. Yeah, streaming nowadays is brutal. Even I struggle in Twitch, you know. It's been getting better, you know. I used to have like 5 viewers, now I have 15. Some of my streams get between 10 and 20 viewers. So it's getting slowly better for me on Twitch. Very, very extremely slowly. Link to my Twitch channel in the description. Subscribe to support me on Twitch because obviously I stream way more over there than here on YouTube. Let's just pray it delivers. Well, for Silent Hill fans, you know, who are into modern Silent Hill, well, hopefully it will deliver. Besek from Eternal Poison. The Besek theme? Town of Besek, right? The town? Which song do you want? I can't find. There's no songs called Besek. I know Besek is like the demon realm, you know, but like which one do you want? This maybe? This is this? The house music sounding track on Eternal Poison? This is gonna be the last song because I gotta go. I'm not sure if it's the song you wanted, but... No? It only lasts for 53 seconds. Well, whether that was the song you wanted or not, that's it. Yeah, sorry guys. I gotta fly. I can fly, you know. That's... You also gotta remember, Donsk, that I'm shadow banned on YouTube. I crossed the line way too many times. And I pissed YouTube off badly. The Euden Chronicle rant was like the final straw. But it was years of pissing them off, man. I'm not saying I deserve what happened to me. Fuck YouTube, you know. But I broke the rules way too many times. And yes, I believe I can fly and touch the sky. Of course I can. Take care, everybody. See you next Sunday.